Yeah, but we don't really have much time to actually look at it as we're going into the next match, which is a speed match. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, speed match. Alright, so do you want to do the speed match or you want me to do the speed match?
Well, I can do it. It's been a while, but my vocal cords are ready to rock and roll. In the meantime, go take a look at the stats and go take a look at the options that they have.
Alright, I'm gonna roll call the Pokemon then. Leading off for the blue team, we got Luxray with Guts and Toxic Orb, Barboach with a Lumberry, and Dugtrio with Sandvale and Smooth Rock. Then for the red team, we got Finneon with Swift Swim, Slowbro with Own Tempo, and Rhydon with Lightning Rod, and no item.
It's actually quite interesting looking at the Slowbro in a speed match on its own tempo. You'd be thinking that it would slow down the speed match, but unfortunately that's not how it works here on Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Exactly. And with a speed match, it means everything's gonna go fast, so you have to be quick with those switches.
Yeah, that's the thing in this speed match. It actually allows for switching, like you said. It could be interesting if people can actually time their switches correctly.
I always notice that it's more common during speed matches for the low inputs, low percent moves to win.
This is a nice song, I like it.
Hey, sounds pretty nice. Guess you can say it's refined.
Ah, yeah. Well, as long as the sound volume stays this way, because else it will shatter my eardrums. And then those eardrums are gone.
So we got about a minute and 10 seconds left. Looks like the blue team is the underdog. But that can change at any time, at any second.
Yeah, especially since in this season I believe that the betting limit is now 5,000 for the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, and always... the odds always change like right at the end.
Yeah, how often I haven't bet on one team only to have Eldersweet actually bets like 20k and then, yeah, goodbye odds.
They're top fast enough to keep up with the match.
I will try my best, but I have to, well, be very focused. You could say it requires a lot of concentration.
Yes, odds are nearly... Oh, now the red team is the underdog.
Well, 4 seconds to go. It was nice meeting you, Leonis, sorry. Well, here we go. Speed match.
Have fun, Tech.
I will do. It's in the Crystal Coliseum. Free battle. Here we go. Lumion and Finneon are Luxray and Finneon are sent out. Immediately, Finneon going to get called back by the red team into Rhydon. Thunderfang, as a result, will be hit by immunity, and the Toxic Orb will actually badly poison Luxray. Luxray going for another Thunderfang. It's not going to happen. But now the Earth Power, massive damage crit, actually taking down Luxray. That's first down already. Now we're going right to the second one. It's going to be Barboach coming out here. The bounce is available, so it will be jumping up immediately. Another Earth Power, but it doesn't do anything as a result. And now, once again, another bounce. Bounce actually misses at this point, so Earth Power will actually hit because now finally... Oh, another crit! It's 2 crits in a row here for Rhydon. Barboach's already going down. Now it's up to Dugtrio to actually do something here. Pass Slash available. We'll be using it. It's not very effective, though. And another Earth Power coming out. And that will actually damage Dugtrio quite a bit here, down to 66% health. Another Slash is not very effective. This match is going to be over relatively fast. Another Earth Power hitting. And, well, Dugtrio will be falling after the next one. Big will actually dodge the Surf, but it will not dodge the next one because he will be back up, and that's going to be the end of the Dugtrio. Very fast speed match. Earth Power takes him down, and that is it. Red team wins 3-0. Goodbye, blue team.
Yes, you could say that was pretty fast.
Yeah. It was a speed match.
Pretty quick. Looks like the red team got pretty good RNG with 2 critical hits in a row.
Also very good switching at the start, immediately switching into the best man for the job, Rhydon. Pretty sure if they actually went for Waterfall instead of Bounce, blue team would have won.
We're back to Ash Gray, facing a Caterpie right now. A level 3 Caterpie, what are we gonna do?
Run away, save our Pokeballs, hope that we catch a Pidgeotto.
Our good friend Brengriff19 adds another token to the pot.
It's always interesting how we're next to each other on the A button. Nevertheless, let's see who will get those tokens. About 5 seconds remaining, and then we'll find out. And we'll be actually heading into the next match, and I hope it will be a little bit of a longer match, because that speed match was incredibly fast.
I believe that's the point of a speed match.
Good point. Alright. Well, go over the Pokemon, Leonis.
Alright, we got a normal match for switching on, so leading off for the blue team we got Kingdra with Swift Swim, Electivire with Vital Spirit, and Spinarak with Sniper. You want to do the red team?
The red team with also a Spinarak, which is actually exactly the same set. We have Flygon and of course Espeon with Synchronize and Flygon with Levitate, which is, well, it makes sense. I mean, it does have wings.
This Flygon set has Dragon Dance.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any type of dragon moves, so it's going to be interesting if he does face off against Kingdra, because, well, Kingdra does have the Draco Meteor.
Exactly. Flygon does have an advantage over Electivire with that ground type.
I'm actually just looking at the setups here for both of these teams, because it all depends on how well they switch. If they actually can switch into a proper defensive Pokemon, then they can actually survive Kingdra, but that also gives the blue team time to switch as well.
Yeah, I personally think Kingdra will be probably one of the tough Pokemon to take out on the blue team.
Nevertheless, it's going to be interesting, and if we get some really big batters, they can actually control the entire match, or at least for the most part.
I'm pretty sure if Red does opt to switch first turn, Kingdra could get off a free Dragon Dance.
Yeah, that's the thing that they need to be very careful about.
So about less than 25 seconds left. Looks like the red team is the underdog. The blue team is the favorite to win so far. It looks like we got a bit of a token betting going on in the blue team too.
Yeah, but it's usually pushed into the background, seeing that we always see the percentages floating. Oh, actually they equalize 109 and 91, so relatively close.
Yeah, 150 1 in 256 miss. Cheered for 5. Give us a 5 cheer. Got 60 bits to go.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. Here comes the Dragon Dance. That's actually going to be a free Night Slash for Spinarak here. I'm not entirely sure if they wouldn't rather go for something like Cross Poison to try to get the poison down.
We'll see. It looks like they'll go for Octazuka. It's a critical hit! Spinarak accuracy falls and is in critical health.
However, the Lancet Berry actually gives the additional crit chance for Spinarak. It doesn't do anything, but it might actually get the poison down. Yeah, here we go. Poison on Kingdra. This might be exactly what they need.
Kingdra's gonna go for another Octazuka, and that's gonna finish out Spinarak.
And the rest team should be a little bit careful, because if they switch into Flygon and it gets hit by the Draco Meteor, it will go down in one go.
Looks like they'll go into Espeon instead.
Smart move by the red team, setting up for, of course, a fight with the Kingdra. Well, Draco Meteor is going to lower its special attack power by quite a bit, but the side beam from the Espeons should be enough to take them down. Although, that's a crit!
Espeon goes down and hit from a massive meteor storm.
Yeah, and Kingdra actually going relatively low, so there are two options right now for the red team. Is actually they could theoretically set up with something like with a Dragon Dance.
Possibly, but it isn't. Flygon's gonna go for the quick attack. They're gonna try to go for the kill first. Looks like they get it.
Yeah, I guess it's a smart move considering the fact that if they get hit by a critted Draco Meteor, it's going to be insta-gipped.
Yeah, looks like the red team is now going for a Dragon Dance.
Well, they are facing off against a dig from Spinarak, so if they can sit on Dragon Dance for a few turns, it should be completely fine, given the Levitate. I'm not entirely sure if Blue Team actually realizes that Levitate cancels out the dig.
Yes, looks like a bad move choice. That will give Flygon 2 free Dragon Dances.
Maybe even 3 if they stay on dig for even longer.
They're gonna go for the Aerial Ace. This is some massive damage, and Spinarak is down in one hit.
Squashing the spoiler. Now it's gone, and my world is no longer upside down. So, do you think that the natural gift will actually KO Electivire in one go?
We're about to find out. Flygon's gonna use Natural Gift Ground. It's super effective, and Electivire is down in one hit.
Well, that answers that question. Red team victorious. And that means that we get a 109% payout. Alright, so next match, it's going to be the Kokiri Forest? Kokiri? It's always a very interesting way. There's very interesting discussion on how they should pronounce things. Then again, the voice acting in Breath of the Wild actually made a lot of stuff very clear.
Interesting, so back to Ash Gray, it's Caterpie versus Caterpie. Got one token in the pot right now.
Well,
yeah,
nothing too special, to be fair. Like, I'm getting the feeling that we're looking for Pidgeotto right now.
We got one more token thanks to our friend Grimgriff19.
He just keeps doing it every single time.
He always does it during commentary blocks.
Which is nice. Well, tokens have been distributed and we're going into a forest. Switching us off, so we might actually have a special match, which is going to be the Super Luck match.
Yes, we got Lucky, which means every Pokemon's ability will be replaced with Super Luck, which means the ratio for getting the critical hit is raised by 1 stage.
Which actually puts it at 12.5% or something like that?
I believe so. Switching is off indeed. Now for the blue team is Cranidos, Smeargle, and Medicham.
And on the other side we have Abomasnow, Tentacruel, and Lairon? Steel Rock dude. Seems like a good one. And actually Abomasnow now doesn't have the snow warning because of the Super Luck. However, Giga Drain against the Rock type is going to be amazing.
Looking at it, I'm pretty sure even without Snow Warning, I think Abomasnow is gonna easily take down Cranidos.
Yeah, and I believe that grass types are actually resistant to fighting types, so it shouldn't be too much damage that he takes from Hammer Arm if they use it.
I think it may be at least neutral damage.
Yeah, that seems quite likely, to be fair. But it all comes down to how well they can use something like Spite to actually take out Giga Drain completely.
Never mind. Grass takes neutral damage. Ice is super 2 times effect, which means Abomasnow is going to take 2 times damage against a fighting attack.
I guess I missed that. However, Hammer Arm actually reduces speed by 1 stage, right? After using it. Or was that takes recoil damage?
It lowers speed by 1 level. So
that should actually make Abomasnow faster than Cranidos. So it actually can survive 1 Hammer Arm. It can actually Giga Drain twice.
The battle's about to start. It looks like the blue team is the bet to win. The favorite to win.
Well, we'll just have to see. Here we go. We're going to Via Tubis, or at least the Waterfall Coliseum. First 2 Pokemon to be sent out, Abomasnow and, of course, Cranidos, as you might have already expected. Looks like the red team is going for nothing whatsoever, and the blue team going for the A option, Rock Slide.
Looks like the red team inputted a command too late. Ooh, that super effective Rock Slide puts the Abomasnow in critical health. Abomasnow's gonna use Rock Tomb. That does a good amount of damage, and speed does fall for Cranidos.
That could actually be exactly what the Abomasnow needs. That little speed drop, and then... Oh no, it's not enough yet.
It's not enough. Cranidos is gonna move first, and it's gonna finish off Abomasnow.
Thanks, Obama. This is what happens when you input a bit too late. I mean, even the one Pokémon contribution could have changed the outcome of this battle.
Yeah, it's never too early to input.
Well, here we go with Tentacruel against Cranidos. I'm pretty sure that Tentacruel should be faster now. Here we go, Waterfall coming out. That should be an insta-kill.
It's super effective, and Cranidos is down in 1 hit. We haven't gotten a critical hit yet so far.
Which is strange given that it is a super luck match. However, next one is going to be Smeargle, and it is also slower than the Tentacruel.
Tentacruel's gonna use a poison jab.
I'm assuming that
Smeargle gets poisoned and goes down to about 4th HP. Smeargle's gonna get an Alpha Spore. It's gonna send Tentacruel back to sleep.
This actually puts Smeargle into hit KO range of poison, because perhaps it can get a few Zen headbutts off, but it all depends on whether or not Tentacruel can actually tank these hits.
Ooh,
Never
we got
mind.
our first critical hit.
Well, that means that unless Tentacruel wakes up right now, both of them are going down, and we're going to see a fighting Psychic type against Steel Rock type. Although Zen Headbutt misses, incredible.
And that poison's gonna be enough to take down Smeargle.
Well, if Smeargle really wants to, it can actually go for the correction, not Smeargle. If the blue team wants, they can go for the power trick. I mean, there's still a sleep present on Tentacruel.
Tentacruel's still asleep. Looks like Medicham's gonna go for the Rock Slide.
It doesn't really matter, as long as it hits, it should actually take down Tentacruel. It goes down, and now it's Steel Rock type against the fighting Psychic type. That should be a clean kill here for the fighting type.
And Medicham has Force Palm, the fighting type move. And
Yep.
that's what it's gonna use.
And it has super luck, so it should be... Actually almost takes down Lairon, but Lairon actually. But it uses Rock Slides, and as a result, well, it doesn't do all that much damage to the Medicham, actually.
Medicham's gonna use another Force Palm, and it's super effective. It takes down Lairon.
Yeah. They definitely needed a Rock Polish or an Iron Head on turn 1 if they actually wanted to survive this. And well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Blue team wins. And they receive a 57% payout.
And we're back to Pokemon Ash Gray. We've got 4 tokens in the pot right now.
Everyone, get in here! I'm pretty sure we're going to see more and more of these inputs suddenly now that we actually have some tokens to, well, give out. 4 tokens?
I must have missed people putting in tokens in.
Yeah, they always do it like in very stealthy ways.
So, thanks for all those who put in their tokens. Apologies that we missed you.